Howdy folks, it's Tall Turtle here and welcome to a bonus video today in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Whenever we have more than one video a day, the 5 o'clock video, it's a bonus video. And that's because my regular videos are like 3 or 4 weeks ahead in recording. But this is hot off the press. A few hours ago, the simulator had its next or most recent huge update. We are in 1.12.13. And the big things are VR, which I honestly don't care about. Tons of updates to the Airbus 320 I don't care about. But there's snow. There's supposed to be snow if you use live weather. And I'm going to do a separate video that's going to like mess with the snow and see when it shows up. If it's only live weather, can we screw with it outside of live weather, stuff like that. But that'll be in a different video, probably another bonus video. We also have new liveries that we'll use for future videos, but for right now, this video today, hot off the press, we're going to check out some new stuff, not VR, but we're going to check out new flight training and this week's activity, which isn't really weekly. This current spotlight was used to be called the weekly event. Now it's just the spotlight event. You need to do 10 of them for an achievement. We have 6 left to go because I can't make them if they're not there, right? So here we go, jumping in. I like to keep the flight training on, or the bonus video succinct, and I'm already off on that. So anyway, here we go. Airliner training. Step into the pilot seat of an Airbus A320neo. Everybody knows I hate tube-liners. I don't fly the sim to fly big jets, but because this is offered, we're going to do it. So this is going to be kind of tongue-in-cheek, half serious, 3/4 serious. Here we go. Learn how to lift off in an airliner. Airliners may seem more complex than light aircraft, but proper preparation will help you take off with these. This training session will teach you few key concepts. I had a conversation with somebody the other day who wanted to learn jets, and they're like, I need to spend 1,000 hours in GA. No. You learn that skill, right? So my real life friends who are pilots, one flies a 738. That is all they know how to fly. That's what they fly. Another flies a 757. That is all they fly. That's how they know what to fly. Another one flies a 321. That's all he flies. That's what he knows how to fly. Can those pilots step into a Beechcraft Baron turboprop or Caravan or Cessna Caravan turboprop? They may have flown them in the past as part of their career, but could they just jump right in? Not without proper training, right? So airliners, GA, it's just you train for it, you fly, that type of thing. Aerobatics, could my 738 pilot do an aerobatic plane? Of course not, right? Is it more complex or less complex? It's just a different plane. So that's what this is saying, right? It's preparation while you take off, right? Read takeoff speeds on the MCDU and flight computer. Identify different detents on the thrust levers. Monitor the primary flight display to identify correct VR speed. Refine pitch attitude using the flight director during initial climb before engaging autopilot. Okay, I don't expect this to go well. It's going to be for fun. Alright, here we are in the Airbus. Looks like it's already started for us. And what airport are we at? It'll show us here in a second. There's airport. And let's go.
Perfect weather for a flight out of Nice, Côte d'Azur.
Hey, it's our trainer again.
We're on runway 22 left, and we're cleared for takeoff.
What's her name? Like Jess?
Taking off in an
something?
A320 obviously requires more speed and a longer runway than a single-engine prop plane.
We're going to need objectives.
But luckily,
Maybe
we have
not.
some extra tools at our disposal to make the job a little easier once we're airborne. For starters, the auto thrust manages engine power to maintain a target airspeed. Autopilot will keep us on track with navigation. And the fly-by-wire system lets us maintain a consistent attitude without needing to make constant adjustments. When I give the word, you're going to execute a straight-out takeoff. After you complete the initial climb, I'll take the controls.
Identify takeoff speeds. Use Control 5 to check the MCDU. Well, here's the problem. Control 5 is a view, right? And for me, I have changed.
The rotation
Oh, there we go. I'll use that number 5.
Is 131 knots. I'll call out when we reach it.
Use Control 1. I'll use her Control 1.
Then,
There we
once
go.
we hit VR, you just need to begin a gentle rotation by pulling back on the side stick. Don't exceed 10 degrees until
Except
you've lifted off.
my settings, my sensitivity is down 95%, so it could be very interesting.
We
Control
need
6.
to be aware of 3 different detents: TL, the thrust setting we will be in for most of the flight. Toga, to take off at full power on short runways or when performing a go-around. And for today, FLX MCT for a reduced thrust takeoff. We reduce thrust at takeoff to preserve our engine life and save fuel.
So this woman, is her name Jess or something? She's obviously a voice actress, right? But does she really know what she's talking about, or is she just reading from a script and acting it out? You never know. Maybe she does know. I should find out who it is and ask her. Control 3 to switch to the engine
As you
display
can see
camera.
on the engine warning and system display, I applied the parking brakes earlier. Whenever you're ready to take off, go ahead and remove them.
Press 3 to remove parking brake. Well, I have a different parking brake.
Okay,
There we go.
we're ready to
We'll
go.
use my parking brake.
Apply half forward side stick. Then move both thrust levers gently forward to 50% N1.
50% N1. We'll go like this until it turns
Then
green.
move
There
them
we
to
go.
the flex detent.
Flex detent. I'm just going to have to push them forward until it turns green. Is it going to turn green?
Okay,
There we go.
now the auto thrust is armed. Use the rudder to keep us on the center line.
Okay. Steer using
80.
the rudder. Yep. How do I make it turn green? How do I make it turn green? How do I make it turn green? Oh, well, we'll just center it ourselves.
Rotate.
Rotate. Oh. 10%. 10%.
Positive climb. Gear up.
G to retract the gear.
Engage autopilot.
How do you do that? I'm going to push it. Okay.
Autopilot can either be engaged 5 seconds or 100 feet after takeoff to manage heading and altitude.
Yep.
The FMA is showing lever climb, which means we've reached thrust reduction altitude.
Nice.
Adjust the thrust levers to climb detent.
That's back.
Now we're
There
in
you
the
go.
climb detent. Auto thrust is active and will manage
There we
airspeed
go.
by adjusting the power. At S speed, retract flaps to 0. Disarm ground spoilers.
Disarm spoilers, which is going to be a different... What?
I have the
There.
controls.
There we go.
Nice work.
Thank
That
you.
was a smooth takeoff.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about jets. Once you program the computer, you just take off and let the computer do everything, including landing. Which is one reason I'm not that interested in them. The other thing is because they're a pain in the butt to land manually, and I'd rather fly around. So here we go. We did all this. Let's do the next lesson.
We're on course for a visual landing approach into
Oh.
Nice Côte d'Azur.
Oh, okay. Stay aligned to the
Auto thrust
runway.
is going to handle power management. So
Oh my
our main
gosh.
objective is to
With my
control the pitch
sensitivity
to stay on the
turned
glide
down
slope.
95%.
The beauty of fly-by-wire
really
means you
difficult.
only need to use the stick when you want to make attitude adjustments. Anytime you return the stick to the center point, the aircraft will keep to the current attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, as long as the auto thrust is on, the speed will be automatically managed. Throttle should stay on the climb detent. Just focus on the trajectory to begin. Remember, fly-by-wire doesn't need a lot of corrective
3%
input. Just keep
glide
making
slope
small adjustments to
Pappy
pitch and
lights.
roll as necessary. See the screw on the dash above the PFD? Use that as a guideline to keep us centered on the runway.
Oh, that
Look
screw
to
or
the
that
right of the
screw?
runway at the four
Must
colored
be that
lights
screw.
called Pappy. They'll give feedback to stay within a 3-degree glide slope all the way down. We're a little too far out to read the colors yet.
No,
But when we're
they're all
closer,
red.
the 4 lights will tell us how we're doing.
Okay, so you can
If
use
the
that
Pappy
screw
shows 2 white
to center.
lights
That's
and 2
cool.
reds, then we're on target. 4 white lights means we're too high. 4 red means we're too low.
Why are we... Oh,
At 20 feet,
I know
pull
why.
back on the stick to kiss the runway.
my,
But be careful to avoid a tail strike.
my, throttle on my yoke is back. That's what happened. I was wondering why we weren't climbing. Alrighty, let's stay centered. And then we'll come down 3 degrees. And then we'll try to land. So what's that? That's 5, 10. So 3, 5, 7, and 10. Okie dokie. But we're staying like this till we get established. My throttle is all the way back. And what are we at? We're at the CL, I think we're at the CL. I couldn't really tell from here. No, we're at the whatever it was. Okay. Okie dokie, here we go. There's 2 and 2, so let's go 3% down. Put that screw in the center of the runway. And we'll flare without doing a tail strike. Of course, I feel a ton of pressure, but we'll figure it out. Again, not taking this terribly seriously. I just want to be serious enough to pass
1,000.
the check ride, so to speak. And then, we'll be able to mark it off our list. We'll stay centered here. Does she have flaps and everything out for us? She must. See, that's the thing. She's not talking about that, like flaps and...
500.
But I guess with the fly-by-wire and autopilot and everything. Well, let's, not crash. I bet I'm going to fail because I'm not 2 and 2 all the way down. There we go, and I'm going to start to float a little bit.
We're getting close to the threshold. Now shift your focus down to the end of the runway. Listen for the computer calling out retard, then set thrust to idle.
300. 200.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
100.
Uh-oh.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Time to flare.
Oops. Wait for the touchdown. We already had a touchdown. There we go. Our green.
Now return the side stick to neutral. Spoilers and auto brakes are activated.
Okay. What about reversers? That wasn't terrible considering I hate landing these, but it wasn't good either. Oh well. Embarrassing, but who cares? You all know my story about it. Jets. Yuck. Airliners anyway. I like the longitude. Did that count? Did it count?
We may need to check the runway for dents after that touchdown.
Ah.
But we've arrived. Keep practicing.
Any landing you can walk away from. Alrighty, we did those activities. Let's keep going. Alright, back on the main page for this current spotlight event. The Paris Charles de Gaulle landing challenge in the A320neo. Let's have a peek. Alright, we get to see the snow and what the snow looks like. Bask in the glory of winter holiday season in the City of Lights. I'm recording this 3 days before Christmas, by the way. An approach to Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport from the east is relatively straightforward, carrying over the swaths of the French countryside, farmland, and communes. However, snowdrift and fading daylight should provide plenty of challenge for the pilots trying to land on the Airbus A320neo at one of the busiest international aviation hubs in Europe. People are already getting close to 2 million points. Good grief. Alright, for this challenge we have a 18 knot crosswind, 60 degrees off
1,000.
from the left. It is wobbly and blustery. It says to approach on 160 and then final approach on 140, which we should have the bugs down there telling us that. So I know how to fly a jet. I used to fly jets. I just don't enjoy flying jets. Look at that crosswind. Look at that crosswind. Nice. Let's see if we can get 100,000 points. If we get over 100,000, that's my goal. If we get 1 million, then I'll laugh so hard that my microphone will peak out. Because that'll never happen. So anyway, I know how to fly jets and everything, and I've programmed the computer before just to say I could do it. Then you take off, like in the training videos, 5 seconds later, you hit autopilot, and then you can even let it land for you. So that's all you do is program the computer, let it fly. I find it boring as all get out. But a lot of people love them, so more power to them, to each their own. There's 140 knots. We're getting a little high. This is very wobbly and shaky. Now, what they don't tell you is if you want to execute a crosswind landing, you need left wing down right rudder to do so. They don't tell you any of that stuff. But the snow is awesome. I can't wait to go out
500.
into the free play world, or whatever you want to call it, and just see what has snow right now, and then mess with snow settings and see, does it show up? If there's snow right now, will it show up if I change the date or do custom weather, for example? Alrighty, we got way too high because my sensitivity is so down. This is ridiculous. So we're just gonna have to bleed off this air speed here. This is not how you land one of these, obviously. And now we're going to... Oh boy. Now we're stalling because my sensitivity didn't... Ugh.
650, 40, 30.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was... I hate these things so much. Alright, I'm going to crank up my sensitivity just for this and try it again. Actually, no, I'm not going to do my sensitivity. I'm going to just try to pay more attention and plan ahead. So I believe everything is set. I don't know where the flaps are in here. I think they're right there, maybe? I don't know. I don't even know. I just want to land this and see what happens. Just because it's an activity, I like to do all the activities. I like to do all the weekly things. Or they're not weekly anymore, the spotlights, whatever they're called. I just like to do it. Just because, right? Alrighty. Oh my gosh, this crosswind is ridiculous. Holy cow. Alright. So many airports in the area. Let's see. Coming in, concentrating.
1000.
Crabbing like crazy. I'm just going to concentrate here rather than talk it out, I think. This is a lot of work. Holy moly. That 18... What did I say it was? 18 knot crosswind, 60 degrees off from the left. Oof. That's nuts. That's pretty much more or less a perpendicular crosswind. Oh, we're floating so much. Come on, let's just land. Oof.
500.
Coming down faster than it looks. Better be careful. Better soften that blow a little bit here.
300.
Actually don't see the landing target. I think they're going to fly way over it.
200.
Huh, landing target isn't showing up. I know they had a problem before where the landing target would disappear if you restarted. Okay, should we try to do the crosswind part?
50, 40, 30.
Oh, let's not bounce too hard.
Retard.
There we go. There's one bounce. Nice. Just one bounce. If we even got 100,000 points, I'm going to freak out. Because that was horrible. That was so bad. Hey, we're centered now. Let's stay centered for at least 5 feet. There we go. It ended up looking good, right? What? 500,000 points for that garbage? How? How do we get 500,000 points for that garbage? Oh, because I landed on the touchdown zone. I landed on the target before I bounced. Ew, well, yeah. Crosswind, yeah, even that's strong even for a crosswind. But this is the best part right here. Holy cow. 500,000, we'll take it. Considering how much I love to hate these. I hate to love them. Whatever. You get the idea. That's it for the quickie bonus video today. And I'll see you next time.